Sitting in my room, waiting for the afternoon so I can finally tune in with my friends. Talk about good times, music, laughs, and easy vibes. You can share whatever's on your mind. 'Cause we're just misfits, regardless of your distance. You can always find a place called home on Misfits Radio.
Loud. Turn this one up, my boy. 3 o'clock. Yeah. That's radio. It's 3 o'clock, it's 3 o'clock. From 3 to 5, they going live. On MisFits Radio. Turn it up, that's my favorite show. It's 3 o'clock, it's 3 o'clock, 3 o'clock. From 3 to 5, they going live. On MisFits Radio. Turn it up, that's my favorite show. From 3 to 5, they going live.
MisFits Radio. Every Sunday, yeah, they certified. My favorite show. New guest this week, ain't no surprise what you been praying for. If you trying to take their top spot, you better pray some more. Slick got the camera rolling, lab on the ones and twos. It's a lot, they going in the dirt and someone come for you. This my favorite podcast, you listen, it's your favorite too. Playing all the hits where they in trouble if they play with you. Artists in your music in, come and get an interview. Tune in every Sunday, cause you know that's what I'm about to do. 3 to 5, they going live, black owned and black operated. Indie hits the mainstream, if it's hot, they gonna play it. I ain't even gotta say it, watch it back on Roku. Going live on IG or catch the show on YouTube. Tune in every Sunday and catch up on the latest news. Or close your ears and close your eyes, cause that's what all the haters do.
It's 3 o'clock, it's 3 o'clock. From 3 to 5, they going live. On MisFits Radio. Turn it up, that's my favorite show. It's 3 o'clock, it's 3 o'clock. From 3 to 5, they going live. On MisFits Radio. Turn it up, that's my favorite show. Yeah. 3 to 5, they going live every Sunday. Right here on MisFits Radio, man. Tune in. Catch up on all the current events. All the bullshit going on in the world. And you gonna get some hot ass music. Let's go.
Ow, ow. Hello, hello, hello. You are officially in the mix, baby. I am Miss Mix-a-Lot.
I am DJ Lab.
And you know we got Slick 316 in the building.
And who was that lady right there with the Q-tip top?
Don't do me like that.
That would be Lady K.
Don't do me like that.
Q-tip.
Yeah.
Vibrant thing. Such a vibrant thing.
Right. What made you go blonde, girl?
I'm gonna take it up a little bit more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to get that little
Bring that mic.
white that ash white
I was
blonde.
gonna say, bring that mic close to your
okay.
mouth.
Like a
Bring
platinum.
that mic.
Yeah, so this is platinum, but I kind of washed it a little bit. So, but
okay.
so I wanted to take it up one more notch. So I gotta let this
So
wear
it'll
out.
really
some.
be Q-tip, huh?
Yeah.
That's what's up. Okay.
So I said this was gonna be my summer color, but I may end up taking it through the fall. I'm gonna do this color, and then I want to do like a bright red.
A bright red?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's cute, honey. It's cute.
And believe it or not, my hair is actually doing better with color short. Like my edges don't grew back in and everything.
That's always good. You don't never know what'll work. 'Cause baby, you probably going through perimenopause. And I think your body do a whole something else.
Well, I am Perrian. Me and Perry
Baby,
we is friends.
Exactly. And baby, you don't know. It be like anything that you have never recognized, you're going to start recognizing. You know what? When that start?
Yeah.
Why did I do that?
Me and Perry are friends.
Yeah.
Who told you that was? What guy said? Oh, you know, you look good in that short platinum hair color.
I did.
Mm.
The fuck?
You the guy?
I'm the guy. I'm the guy.
Bullshit.
whatever makes it.
Yeah,
Whatever
I
make
did
it
the
work.
regular blonde,
Uh-huh.
and then I was like, okay, I like that. So I was like, let's go up. So I was like, okay, I like this. So we're gonna take it up one more time.
Mm.
That's what's up. If y'all want to talk to us, now we know y'all might have the devices in your hand that you might want to call in on, but any event that you got an iPad or you got something else, you know, old phone like what I use,
Right.
and you want to actually call and talk to us, just call us at 678-740-9894. So let me tell y'all, it's June.
It is June 1st.
It is June.
We are halfway through the goddamn year.
When I tell y'all, this life is moving faster than Mexican music. This is crazy. I looked at that. I am serious. Yeah, I know how fast Mexican music is. Baby, guess how the time fly. I ain't just understand it.
Ain't nobody fucking with you right now.
Look, let me tell you, all the thing I can think about is all this shit do again.
Yes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, but it seems like I'm saying it more often.
I promise you, it seems like you pay today more,
Yeah, you
and
get
tomorrow.
a notification talking about the next bill due.
Yeah.
I'm like, bitch, didn't I just pay you?
Right. Don't piss me off.
Yeah. Cause we be looking for like we be looking like that one check where we can have a couple $100.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Blow on ourselves. We always got to spend bill money to blow on ourselves. Then we
Right.
feel bad because
And
we
then
just
have
spent
to go
bill
back
money.
and recoup.
Right.
Okay.
We don't never
This
have
is
no
crazy.
free money no more. It's never free money anymore.
No,
it
it's
always
not.
goes to something else.
You got to make it. They had on the news, I know a couple of months ago, that in order to survive in the Atlanta market or the Georgia market, a single person needs to clear about $100K.
Mm. They say they also say that Atlanta is not as black as it used to be.
It's not.
It's not.
They say I read an article.
It done
The
went
ci-
down
the-
some notches.
Yeah, I
The
done
city of Atlanta is not.
I read some articles a couple of maybe last week. It says that Atlanta is not black. It's not the blackness in Atlanta is leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, a lot of them getting run up out of the city. The
Yeah.
thing
The
about
taxes,
it is,
yeah.
man, from the taxes to,
the
the
regentrification.
yeah, just all of that. Man, look here, it makes a big difference.
And every time you turn around, they don't build some damn townhouse, condos,
Mhm.
high rise, something. People
Yep.
can't afford that shit, and they making the other people property taxes going up.
Mm-hmm.
They say the minimum rent in Georgia in Atlanta is in Georgia, not just Atlanta market, but all over. It starts at $16.27.
And that's
One
probably
bedroom.
for a studio.
1 bedroom, average $16.27.
Mm.
Man, that's damn near unheard of.
I know, right? Atlanta used to be a good city you can come and live at and make decent money at.
Yeah,
Well,
they messed that up.
They said Columbus said y'all can come move there. Columbus, Georgia.
Ohio
No, Columbus, Georgia.
Columbus, Georgia.
They've been trying to get people to move back there.
ain't nothing to do
They
with
said
Columbus,
they
Georgia.
paying them.
You're paying them.
You had to come all the way back up to Atlanta to work.
Well, you know what's so crazy? I used to know people that used to commute from like Columbus,
Yeah.
LaGrange, from
Warner Robins.
Warner Robins. A lot of folk commute like that.
I'm gonna be driving 2 hours one way.
Well, shit, I
Man.
drive 2 hours. I'm shit. Depending on how the traffic may be, I may be in traffic 2 hours.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Traffic is stupid.
Oh, per Slick. And we have had that problem. It's on Facebook. It's Facebook, right, Slick? Whoever.
Yeah, I just got a notification saying they took one of our videos down.
But it say May 3rd.
Mine said June 1st.
Somebody was reporting. Some hater is reporting our page because we don't have anything on our page that is a cybersecurity risk. I don't think.
Yeah, I literally just got the notification when I went on Facebook trying to find something.
Man.
And it kept saying, it just kept, like, every time I scroll one step, it'll just say, I'm like, God, Tomato, okay.
Yeah.
And then it said, can't show me the video. So I'm like, well, why the hell you keep telling me it's restricted?
Right.
Just restricted, take it down or whatever you going to do and move out my way. Like, that's the
The
one
only
thing.
show that I've had this week has been Poochie's show. And I think somebody was reporting his page, his videos.
You think so?
Because last time when we had that issue, it was all his videos.
I wonder,
Yeah.
talking about his...
Yeah, any video that he has made, changing lives or Mr. Short
So
Dollar
that-
is all his videos.
So that's probably something personal.
And I think somebody reporting his page.
Mm.
His videos, not necessarily his page,
But
but his videos. And so since we have his videos on our page, it automatically
Hits
reports
it.
our stuff too.
Mm.
That's crazy. Because I was looking, I was like, and it kept saying it couldn't show me the video. So I was like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Who
But
is
y'all-
that?
Hey,
Hey,
love.
love. I don't know.
God, the biggest pressure applied. What's going on, Mimi? I think that's Mimi.
Hey, Mimi.
Hey. Anyway,
Yeah.
yeah, somebody reporting our
So-
page. So 6 say, please stop reporting our page. If you are offended by anything that we are doing on
It's
Misfits
got to
Radio,
be
West
something.
Summit,
But my thing is,
let us know and we'll take you down. We'll take you off our
but why
list.
my whole thing is, why would you not show the video so that we'll know
No, what's
exactly
the issue?
what the issue is?
That's
I don't know,
that's
it's
just
something
that's
weird.
just it
But
seems
that's-
weird to me because the notifications I looked at say May 3rd. I'm like, well, why y'all wait all the way to now?
The ones I just got today were for June 1st. So it was something that was done and they just getting around to it or something. It may be because they got bots.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like the bots running stuff. Like, I don't know, but however, honey.
But that ain't no different than somebody
Y'all-
reporting Miss Shirley, her mama page.
Girl, and the man was on TikTok was like, yeah, I sure did report her because they are exploiting her. The little girl, Miss Shirley, who be doing the boots on the ground, doing all the little line dances.
Right.
And then another girl, I seen another girl get on social media,
And agree.
and a lot of them agree. A lot of people agree with that. I haven't taken much into consideration because I've only just seen her dancing. But the one lady who video I did hear, she did have some valid points. She said that it's adults booking her, and she was like, I just don't like the fact that she out there popping for grown people. She said, why the hell she can't do boots on the ground with Sesame Street or somebody? Like, why are you in the company of adults? Like,
the same reason that these white women do these beauty pageants with these little girls, they are in the company of
exactly,
adults.
and so that's what she was.
And they be in swimsuits and
Well,
everything.
that's what she compared it to. She was like, she was start talking about John Benet Ramsey and things like that, and that's what she was saying. She was like, you usually. That's one thing our culture kind of, don't like. Somebody can be a sensation, but as far as that, no.
But taking it as far as called CPS,
Yeah, that man was on TikTok. He said he sure did.
I think that just went too far. Because what if, and the way these people are these days, what if they did take that girl from her mama?
But the thing I'm saying is as much of a sensation as she is, somebody from the Child and Family Services had already seen it. And if they thought it was an issue, they would have took it up.
They let it go because it wasn't no
Abuse or misuse or nothing like
It can't
that.
be. I mean,
But what he was saying was he called because he said she had created her OnlyFans account. The OnlyFans
the account says
it's on Facebook.
Yeah, and it
But
says
he heard
it's saying only. This
Fans
is the
of
only
her.
fan page.
Right,
This is
right.
the
But-
only fan page.
right.
But his
But-
slow ass thought she was
So,
saying
but
OnlyFans.
the social media took it as,
What?
and even if you still look at the comments, the people are still saying, "Why do she need an OnlyFans page?" The
And
fan,
on Facebook, that's what it's called.
Called.
She was instead of saying this is Mrs. Shirley's only
fans page, right?
They taking it as only fans page. Like, it's a difference.
People are
crazy.
You know what? So social media also shows the good part of humanity, but it also shows that there's some real retards out there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Excuse my French.
No, seriously.
But Trump said we could say it now, so I just throwing it out there.
And you see, he done sat there and closed down Job Corps.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but they say they were gonna do it anyway.
I didn't know Job Corps was a part of it.
You knew that, loud?
Job Corps is okay, but I say if he and I don't, let's get this straight. I can't stand the man. I'm just gonna be 100% honest. I think anyway, but if he gonna put the money towards something more constructive, like more what they call those vocational, a more vocational focused.
But he's not.
I'm sure he's not. But I don't know anybody that went to. You tell me. I don't know anybody in my neighborhood or anybody in Chicago that's been through Job Corps,
I know
plenty
plenty
of
of people.
and that was a success. So I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know
plenty
plenty
of
of people.
And
I
they
guess
all-
because it was local here, so it was
And they
nothing.
learned trades.
Yeah,
And
it
they,
right
were
over off of
able-
Simpson Road.
Yeah, and they were able to move forward in life. I got several cousins that use Job Corps.
Yeah, and I don't think if
I
they
think-
didn't have it, I don't think they would have been
They
shit.
said they was gonna be closed down. They were gonna close it a while back, but I think they're closing it more now because it's more minorities that use that system to go through and get their education and stuff like that.
It really isn't though.
And I think it's a lot of black folks that use it.
It is a lot of minorities, but you'd be really
And poor
surprised.
white folks too.
Yeah.
And see, that's the issue. That's what a lot of people don't understand. You know, they shut down these things and they think that it's because of us or because we're abusing it. But 9 times out of 10, we're probably only 0.1% of the people that are using these programs.
Honestly, that's what it is. They'll make it seem
Right.
another way, and that's just not what it is. But they said that it'll be closing down June 30th, and I'm just like, so these children that's in Job Corps, a lot of them that was
They
their
only
last
place.
step. You know what I'm saying? Like
So now you finna
'Cause
have a
you
whole
had
bunch
the
of people on the
resources.
homeless.
exactly, and jobless.
Mhm. And now that part, yeah, I don't know.
He's doing a lot of cutting, but he's not fixing nothing. He's making shit worse.
I mean, you don't have to fix nothing when
If you have a problem, if you got a problem with the vocational system, then do something else different with the
But
vocational
he
system.
doesn't have to fix that when most of his supporters agree with everything he says, even though it affects them more than it affects anybody. That's the thing you don't understand. People
I
are not thinking
understand.
with logic.
I
They're
get
thinking
it.
with, oh, there's black folks. Most of them are thinking with their racial
Biases.
intentions. You get their racial biases, so they don't know that. Like, they don't know it's going to affect them more than it's going to affect us. Because for one thing, that a lot of people don't realize, because the narrative has always been put out there that we're lazy, is we're resilient. We gonna get through one way or the
Another.
other.
Yeah.
We gonna get it. We gonna get over one way or the other. We gonna get through you or around you. But we don't necessarily need you as black folks. We always figure out a way to make happen for our family.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's just plain and simple.
They was just saying not long ago how it's just crazy to them that now. So a lot of the things that you sneezing, I'm choking. What the world? A lot of things that we used to like cherish or enjoy, stuff like that, and they take away. They don't understand how we adapt, how we
Right.
move around it. Like they saying the world falling apart, black folk out here damn line dancing. They ain't lying. Because we just know,
Because the shit been falling apart for us.
right. It's like, what? Okay, yeah, shit ain't been right for us for a while.
Right.
Like, but however,
we don't have to stress out about things that we go through every day.
that we know we ain't got no control
Right.
over.
We go through this stuff. See, the stuff that's happening now, they're getting a taste of what we've been going through forever. So it's just a matter for us. It's just whatever.
They and they lowering the age on, is it food stamps? And he lowering the age on food stamps. So he's doing something with the age requirement on food stamps too.
But he also
what's the
raising their work requirements too. So
Yeah.
Raising the work requirement.
the work requirements are going to be more stringent. You're gonna have to do a certain amount of this and this and this to
In order
get
to-
that
yeah. You're gonna have to
for Medicaid and TANF.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, they're gonna want you to go to work. They don't care what you do.
You just gotta work.
You just gotta work.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. I'm just kind of watching. Y'all see Keisha Lance Bottoms running for governor.
She ain't gonna win.
She ain't gonna win.
That's good to say, but we gotta be realistic.
That's
Because
it.
ain't Marjorie Taylor running?
Who is that?
I don't know. The lady up in Canton,
Yeah.
the Senator Marjorie Taylor Greene.
The one that's always arguing with Jasmine Crockett.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I thought she was running. I thought she was gonna step out of.
She's running for Senate.
Oh, she running for Senate.
She
Okay.
in Congress right now.
Okay.
She's running for because
okay.
they wanted.
So she's
they
trying
wanted
to.
the governor now to run for Senate
So she's taking.
The
She
governor
going
now
against.
that-
of Brian Kemp. They
Yeah,
wanted him to run for
But
the
I don't
Senate
think
seat.
I think he out.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
said he don't want to do it.
Yeah.
So she going against Warsaw.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Warsaw,
Ain't that his name? Or what's his name?
Warnock, and
Warnock.
Ossoff.
And Ossoff.
What the
Ossoff.
hell? You put both of their names
Together.
together?
as a group band or duo.
Right. I'm like, what?
Slick say Job Corps has helped many young adults get their life together.
Sure
Sorry, I
has.
didn't see that, Slick. My bad.
Yeah, I mean, it sure has. That's why everybody like, what are you doing? Like, I don't know, but like you said, a lot of stuff is racially empowered, and it just really shouldn't be.
Yeah, it's racially empowered, and the fact that he's making millions and millions of dollars while he's in the presidency, he doesn't have to worry about any of this stuff once he leaves. You get what I'm saying? If he leaves, that's
if
Yeah, you know he don't want to leave. He want
and his people want him to stay too.
They want him to be a dictator.
Yeah,
what?
yeah. His supporters say we need a good dictator in office.
Yeah, because they don't
You
believe
see
in the
level
Constitution.
you see the level of thinking we have to deal with.
They
the
don't.
level?
They're not believing in the Constitution at no shape, or form.
That
That shit-
Obama had said, "I'm gonna run for a third term." Let
Right,
that
how?
happen.
They would have set that White House on fire.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? Like he freed all the January 6th folks.
He
It's
done
like-
commuted Larry Hoover. And people are mad that Biden and Obama didn't do it. Like, they're really mad that...
How?
What you mean, how?
They're
They're
mad.
They're mad because they was like, if Trump could have did it, why didn't Biden or why didn't the
Because
Democrats
Trump
do it?
wants to stay in the news headlines, and he know if all he got to do is throw black folks a bone that they necessarily don't need,
I'm trying
and
to
we
tell
jump
you.
into attention, and that's all it takes.
Yeah.
I seen somebody post the other day. They was like, "Don't look like them stimmies coming." I was like, "What?"
Yeah,
And she was talking about how a lot of people who actually being affected by these decisions he's making, how they all looking crazy. Talking about they thought he was gonna, give some more money away, and she just like, people. Please.
That was Elon. That was Elon.
Y'all been seeing him lately?
He been crazy. That nigga. Oh, my bad. We try not to say that word.
allegedly.
I was just not saying he's crazy like that, but
Yeah.
allegedly he a drug head. So,
Yeah, they got him all. They got so.
but if you
They got
paid,
all them different clips of him, like.
but if you paid attention to him, and if you been around people that have done some stuff, you knew he was already on it. You knew he was
What
on
is
something.
he on?
Allegedly, he's on depression medication.
They say
some-
he microdoses ketamine too.
And-
Allegedly.
Yeah, he takes a upper to counter. You know, most people like that, they take a upper and a downer and then do something in between.
I think the problem that we have as just human beings is that
That's a lot.
we think that just because a person has a bunch of money that they're smart.
I've
Man,
been
not
saying
the case.
that association to me is like people.
I've been saying
let
he
me
was
just say
smart.
this. That's just like people saying that if a man married you,
Mhm.
you better than that woman who ain't never been married.
Right.
Like, how does
How?
your marital status hold that much
Wait.
weight?
Yeah,
And then they go back to a person with money. A person that has money, people will listen to them
Mm.
just because they feel like
They have money.
they got
but
money.
and I've been
it's
saying
like, what the hell?
for the longest, Elon has money, but he wasn't the one that comes up and think of this shit. Like, he has people around him that's his think tanks that come up all this stuff. He just throw the money against the wall and hope the shit stick.
Let me tell you something. When your father owns an emerald mine, in
That's
South
what I was
Africa,
just finna say. Is so Elon's father is wealthy.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how he fell in line to be
Mm-hmm.
wealthy. And that little boy that they got is gonna probably fall in line.
Well, he got a lot of kids.
he got 14.
14 children?
Yeah.
You say he trying to repopulate the world with good white folks.
Man, and that brings me to the next subject. So I seen a video where one of the black therapists, when she was on Cam Newton's show, she was just pretty much telling him, like, y'all creating all these broken homes on purpose.
Mhm.
Like, that is crazy. That should never be a goal. And I finally saw his follow-up to that, and he said he never had ever even thought about it like that. He was like, he never even thought about it in a sense like how she explained to him with the broken home.
Right.
And the thing about it is, it ain't just black men doing stuff like this. As you just very well said, Elon Musk got 14 children.
Mm-hmm.
And I know ain't no one person had them all.
No, he got what, 8 or 9 baby mamas?
So that's what I'm saying. Like,
I think the difference between Elon,
the women get so much backlash for dealing with these men with money and having children with them, not knowing what these men telling them.
Mm-hmm.
The women get the backlash, but the men don't get nothing. You know what I'm saying? They know they don't want these. They ain't gonna win.
Let's make it clear. The men get some up to a certain income status. If you having 14 kids and you work a 9 to 5, your ass gonna be roasted. But if you having 14 kids and you in the millions or billions, it's seen as okay because you can afford to take care of those children.
But
whereas
still,
a guy
the
who
women,
got 14 children and 9 to 5
day,
can't do that.
What you call taking care of.
But I'm just saying though, like our image of taking care of, and a person's image of taking care of that thinks that money makes everything great.
But at the end of the day, it's still gonna be the woman that's gonna get their head blown off. Not literally, but because they the ones, he already had 9 kids.
Better.
And you knew he had 9 kids.
It doesn't matter though. It's the same thing as women don't like fat men until the money turns and they get skinny. Women don't like short men, but until they got a little more money, they look a lot taller. I'm just telling you, this is how things go. Think psychologically now. You got all these ugly, like they chew on bricks. Got all these fine women because they got money. Let's not be stupid. Like let's not play this game of money don't make things that are defects go away.
No,
it doesn't. But
definitely not saying that, because the truth of the matter is you do have a lot of situations where money have basically been the reason why somebody was dealing
But that
with
was the reason why everybody overlooked all the stuff that he was doing. And now that he's not in the capacity of the DOG anymore, now I want to come out, he was on this and he was on that. But if people paid attention to Don Lemon's show, because you remember when Don came out with his show, that was his first interview. He talked about him doing them drugs on his show.
What's going on, Greedy Boy Label? Mm-hmm. Greedy Boy the Label say he wait for invite to come back.
Who's that?
Greedy Boy the Label.
Oh, Greedy Boy.
What's going on? All you gotta do is hit Miss Mix-a-Lot up in the deal.
Man, come on.
See what happened.
Yeah, so he talked about it on his show, but people don't pay attention. Like people
have selective paying attention things. Like
right.
They don't. It's certain things that they'll look over, like you said, because somebody do have money.
Right.
And they feel like he could change their situation or, whatever. But the realness of it is, sir, you out here doing, you out here doing what we call NIGGA shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like, and that ain't got no race. That ain't got no color. That's a whole pile of y'all doing all this bull crap because y'all got money.
Right.
And then you got people that's sitting over in different things that don't even have the credentials to do it. The lady that's over the medical don't have a medical license at all. The guy that's over Social Security, he didn't even know what the fuck it was.
So they just know these people and just like, I know you could do this.
Well, the thing is, we got to realize that. I don't think nobody even thought about this. The reason why you put certain people in certain places is because you want to tear down that organization. And the problem that nobody else thought about, that I thought about, of course, you put Doge in these areas of systems, and then they put their programs in there. So when he does get voted out, or when he does have to leave, he can flip the switch on all the systems because he has the code to him. Nobody thought about that long game. I'm gonna put Doge in here. They gonna say they gonna make cuts, which they didn't make, but we also gonna plant systems in these computers for this government that if they don't let me in office again, I'm going to flip the switch.
Just like when he kicked the people out of IRS. Remember, he locked the doors, locked them out the building and everything.
That called them back. Like, what?
I see what I'm saying. Like, people don't think about that. If you have somebody in the system and they putting all these other systems within the government system, and then when they get ready to go, they say, oh, y'all not going to let me in office? it hit that code, they gonna stop Social Security. They gonna stop a lot of stuff that a lot of people depend on. They gonna stop. Then you gonna have anarchy.
He's acting like the people he don't want us to have nothing coming from their country from. He's acting like them, and then he acting like the little Russian man, Putin.
Oh, I forgot all about Pooh. Where he been? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
Yeah, but see, that's just the thing. Like,
but people, when this shit hit the fan, it's gonna hit the fan, and everybody gonna be looking around, and then again, us black people gonna be like, well, what we doing?
From having yes men around you too. You know what I'm saying? Like, got folks just agreeing whatever the hell you got.
You got the whole Congress and Senate going, yeah, do it, and then you got the Supreme Court going, yeah, do it.
And I was hoping we was gonna be able to flip it next year during midterm, but I don't think we're gonna be able to. Because I don't think people gonna go out and vote.
Well, it's not even that. Well, let's just say this: we don't know what's gonna happen from now to December. From now into the midterm, it may be some catastrophic shit that may be dropped down. That may change a lot of people's mind, because you got to realize that this is just starting. It ain't even been 6 months yet. Well, it has been 6 months.
No, well,
Well,
January 2020, 25th. So let's just say it's been 5 months.
Yeah,
we still got a long way to go.
Yeah.
We still got a long way to go.
He's fucked up a lot of shit in 100 days.
Right, and everything that he's doing, people say, oh, he's not, but he is. He's doing things to destroy systems that really help the less fortunate minorities and stuff like that. And that's white or black. That ain't got no color. When it comes to that fortunate. Yeah. They don't have no color. I mean, I'm just being 100%
And then
honest.
him trying to get this plane, he was lying, saying Qatar was giving it to him the plane. Qatar said, we ain't giving you shit.
Right.
You got to buy it. You asked for it. You got to buy it. It's too costly for us. You have it.
But, man, it gets so tricky. I'm at the point now where you can't really even trust or believe none of the stuff that's going. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it just honestly feels like it. Yeah, it feels like we in a matrix.
We in the Twilight Zone.
Twilight Zone, bro. Like, this is the craziest thing ever. But you got to roll with the punches, and I think that's where the black people get it and be like, yeah, we're gonna roll with our punches, because their punches is tripping.
So, talking about black people, y'all seen they bringing the picnic back to Grant Park?
Which one?
I don't know what it's called, but they doing a picnic Saturday at Grant Park. I said, I'm gonna go in there play. I'm gonna go play.
My friend, man, there's so much going on June 7th, so I'm already booked for a 50th birthday party.
It really is a lot of shit going on June 7th.
It's a lot. June 7th is a lot. And then I don't know if y'all know Thankful Cliff, but he's doing Mabel Thomas' house over there in the Bluff. So he's a millionaire that stay over there in the Bluff.
What's his name?
His name is on Instagram he's Thankful Cliff.
Oh, okay.
But his name is Cliff, and he from North Philly. Found out that Mabel Thomas, which she's been around for. She's a community advocate, all this stuff. She had been displaced from her home because she couldn't live in there anymore. She's in a wheelchair now. Just like her whole life changed over, and that house is like over 30 years old. Man, he done went in there and redid the whole house, and he giving her a block party on the 7th. So he doing a block party from like 2 to 6.
But it's
gonna be a lot going on. And then I got Mitch doing the one who on Dosed Up. He doing he do a once a year he does a cookout. For just for it's just like a little WestSide thing. It'd be real nice right there at West Manor Park. He doing his cookout on June the 7th. I'm like, what is this day?
Because this is my son's birthday, and I'm just like, was this a special day?
Yeah,
because
I'm talking about everybody who.
It's the first weekend of summer.
Yeah.
And it's the first weekend that kids are out of school.
Yeah.
Really, totally.
Okay. Because I was like, it's a lot of parties going on. You got the picnics going on. I'm trying to go get some yoga and Pilates going on.
Right.
It's a lot going on. Because I know the yoga and the Pilates is at West Manor.
Oh, really? When?
Saturday. On June 7th.
In the morning? Oh, okay, because Mitch is going to be in the afternoon.
Yeah, I think it's either like 10 or 11. Yeah.
Good Lord.
Because they do something, so for anybody that wants to like do outside shit this shit summer. The Atlanta Beltline has a whole lot of stuff. So if you go on their site, they'll tell you what they got going on, where on what Beltline, what park, and whatever. They have a whole lot of stuff going on this summer too.
Okay.
So Atlanta Beltline on Instagram and Facebook.
They been, man, I'm telling you, it's just been so much. I've been, man, I said, good Lord.
And again, this is why it's not black no more in Atlanta.
Right. Right. That's very much true. And then I'm very thankful but when he came on our show, One More Question was Travis Barber. Now he's Dr. Travis Barber.
Okay.
And he got Elia, which is my goddaughter, in for an HBCU experience this summer. So basically Clark Atlanta is doing summer camp for the children. And yeah, so she got a chance. She's gonna have a chance to
hang out,
get in
to know
Clark Atlanta. They'll be taking field trips, and just all kind of stuff. It's gonna be an HBCU experience.
It's hard trying to find a summer camp these days. I'm glad I don't got no kids, but the people that I know that got kids, they've been struggling trying to find summer camp.
They're so expensive.
No, well, let me just say this: I don't know if it's too late, but I know like Salvation Army offers a camp that you pay $200 up front, but that's for the entire summer, and that's to cover their field trips. That it's like a whole
Boys and Girls Club used to do it.
Well, yeah, they did.
Yeah,
they
but
do it no more.
You just got to be able to find one and find one with some openings, because a lot of times the kids that already was going there during the school
just
year,
re-sign up.
They just roll over into the summer. So, but like some of my homegirls, they found like they have a summer week, not a whole summer camp. So
yeah, and now I can be honest with you. When my children was little, we did vacation Bible school.
Yeah.
We did all of that.
We was some traveling vacation Bible school. You was in this one this week, that one next week, that one.
So, but my children got to a certain age. I didn't stress over trying to find them something to do for the summer anymore. And then too, I can recall when they got a little bit older, my mama much rather have them there with her anyway.
Yeah,
you feel what I'm saying? Like
my
she'll
mama
just
had
be
mine.
like, "Oh, okay, well, they ain't got to find nothing to do. You might just want to, girl."
Yeah, so
but I get it, because they some help once they get to a certain age.
Right.
And then I was thinking about it, like when we was younger, we would go to our grandparents' house for the summer. So I just shipped them asses over there.
Yeah.
What? Who did?
You was at your grandmama's house.
I went to my grandmama in LaGrange house for 1 week during the summertime. And if we had known about it, we would have known that was the best time we could have ever had.
And
I stayed at my grandma's house.
And then you was at your grandma's house on sale.
Now, we was at grandma's house on sales, but we didn't. It was just kind of different for grandma's house on sales, because we could stay. We could, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but it was different going to LaGrange, because you had to stay in LaGrange.
Yeah, in LaGrange, baby. My mama used to pack our bags so fast, baby. We didn't understand why. We be like, "Mom, why you
and now that you grown,
baby.
like when we used to go down there, it seemed like it was the longest fucking trip.
Yeah. And now that we older, I can dry that mug in an hour, 15 minutes. Like,
it's like, oh, this all we were going back in the day?
I promise. I promise. Man, there's been so much going on over the as far as entertainment. We've been able to see. I think it was Wednesday was the wind down Wednesday in East Point, honey.
Yeah.
And
that thing was lit. I had a great time.
Yeah,
I don't know what they do over there.
They had two Goody Mob, all four of them showed.
Yeah.
Gip was it Gip? He was out of color. I don't know why he was out of color.
What you mean out of color?
Was it because they were supposed to be all wearing red, and this ninja show up in a white suit.
Oh.
Why not?
Who else? They had MJG and 8 Ball.
They did superb. Like, that's the best I've ever seen them.
Boys, man.
I've seen them a lot of times, and I can honestly say that was the best I ever seen them.
Were they in the front? Were you in the front, or were you in the back?
I was in the front. I was in the front. You was sitting on the grass. I was in the front.
That's where the grass.
What time did you get there?
3:00.
What time did it start?
5.
Oh, that wasn't so bad.
Mm-hmm.
And you just said
Okay.
no shade, just out in the sun.
My chair has a.
That's what I was
thing
just gonna say. Do you have one of them chairs
Yeah,
with
my
the shades on?
my chair has a shade on it.
I need to be under something like
I mean, you could
Pavilion?
have sat in the back
that.
there.
No,
Where the trees
was
was.
it free?
Yeah,
Okay, well I can't complain then.
yeah, it was free.
Oh, okay.
They
A
had
lot
food.
of people showed up.
A shit ton of people showed up, man.
It's free.
Oh God! But
we
they had
struggling. It's hard times nowadays. Inflation.
they had Too Short there. I didn't know Too Short used to live in Camelot. I knew he lived a lot of places. I didn't know he
Yeah,
lived in
he's
Camelot.
Uh-huh.
Too Short. Trina was there.
Camelot. What's Camelot?
Some apartments
Apartments.
on Old National.
Oh, okay.
Trina was there.
A community on Old National.
Mm.
Because it used to be top notch.
Oh, okay.
Trina, she did good. And did I say everybody? Yeah, I said everybody. Everybody actually did a great show.
That's what everybody said.
Yeah, they actually did good. And I don't know how they're gonna top it.
When they supposed to have it again? Next
So
year?
they do it every month. So it's usually the last Wednesday of every month.
Mm.
So they haven't posted
Who does it? Who does it?
East Point.
East Point.
Oh, okay.
So that's how I always have missed the previous years, because by the time I go back to remember to go look for it,
It's already done.
no, it'd be like that date and I don't be prepared to get off work on time to go over there so I get a good spot and a good parking spot, because parking is more so the issue with parking. That's why you need to get there early than anything else, because they had East Point train station parking lot full, College Park, and Lakewood.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I was going back. I was
So
dropping.
where you park at?
I have a handicap sticker, so I was able to park right there. But everybody else had to just get in where they could fit in, and they was towing people shit that didn't park correctly. Yeah, they was towing the shit out of their cars. So my homegirl, she had parked at Lakewood, because by the time she got there, College Park and East Point was full. So she had to go down to Lakewood.
And so you catch a train to where you
Mhm.
where it be at?
Right across the street from East Point train
Where it
station.
be at?
Oh, okay.
So you get on the train and ride to the event.
That just let you know if the
Yeah.
whole city gonna be there, you just count me out.
Yeah, just count me out too. I ain't doing no crowds
so
like
that's
that.
why but I saw a lot of people with a lot of good footage.
Yeah,
Mm.
it was
a lot of good footage of people that
Yeah. And they
you know,
really
that-
did. They really did a great
a lot
job.
of folks said that. They said they had a very
And that
good
was on
time.
Saturday.
No, that was
That
Wednesday.
was on Wednesday.
Wednesday.
It's wind
Down Wednesday.
Mm.
So they do it one Saturday out of the month, usually every month, from
I
Memorial
might
Day to.
try to pick a Wednesday to go, but I got to be prepared because out being out there in that heat like that.
Yeah.
I'm with
So
you on that.
yeah. So this Wednesday wasn't really that hot.
That's what I was thinking
Yeah.
too. I was like the
But
next Wednesday.
July Wednesdays.
Right. It's gonna be a damn scorcher. I already know.
Because we supposed to be going. They was like, this supposed to be one of the hottest summers we don't have. I said, so we go from a tsunami to fucking hell. Like who's doing this?
Yeah,
Man.
yeah. I hope we gotta get the air conditioner fixed up this month, but we gonna get it.
Yeah, so that's what so it was a great time, and I had went to Piedmont Park too.
Mhm.
Saturday, Memorial Day weekend, like how the jazz festival.
Oh, okay. Well, how was it?
Too many people. Like everywhere was just
Who
too
you go to them places with?
so Piedmont Park I took mama because we haven't been since before daddy. So
So it wasn't a whole lot of walking?
girl, what me and my broke foot, we gonna find a way not to do a lot of walking. Let me tell you what I'm not finna do. There's a lot of walking with this broke foot. And you know my mama walk anyway, so you know,
Oh,
but
okay.
it don't
So it don't be too much for her.
So we had our wagon. I put my tent on the wagon. I had my cooler on the wagon, our chairs, and we did it. We parked on the other side of the new Midtown High School. I didn't know they changed the goddamn name.
Girl, yes, used to be great.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, what? Midtown High School?
When Real used to play in the band.
That's when they changed it.
Uh-huh.
Oh, so yeah, we parked at their parking lot. So you know,
okay.
that we just paid $25 to go to the fundraiser. Parking ain't free. Parking ain't free. Parking is not free. Okay.
Park is never free.
Especially not
$25?
$25.
And still had to walk.
Yeah, across the street. Damn.
Oh no, that ain't so bad.
Yeah, I just walked across the street.
But $25 for parking, you know that shit don't make no sense.
That don't make no
dog.
sense.
Man, let me tell you, that was the cheapest parking though.
I can believe it, but it just
That was the cheapest parking
when you go out in Atlanta, baby, you better be ready.
To spend some money.
for
So,
parking.
Baby, they finna take you finna take it on the chin.
They finna
Every
break
event.
your back.
Yeah. So I said next year I'm gonna take her again, and I'm gonna have to get out there at 9:00 next time. We got out there at 11:00 this time, and I didn't have a good spot for my tent because where in the park they had a tent line, so everybody that had tents had to go behind a certain line. And then everybody in the front, like if you just had a chair and an umbrella, you could sit in the front because they didn't want the tents to block. Yeah. So by the time I got there at 11:00, all the good space that was right in the front on that tent line, and
they were gone.
They were gone.
I can see
So
it.
by the time we left, we got there at 11. We left at 5:30. Cause it was just way too many people. I'm like you, but I be outside. But once it be like y'all sitting on top of my head,
Right,
it's time
it
to
was
go.
like,
So it was like it was a tent in front of me. It was a tent, my tent, and then we had tents on the side of us. So people, you supposed to leave a little path so people can walk through. Why motherfuckers that get there late at like 4:30 and 5:00 setting up their goddamn tent right here,
no, not blocking.
baby?
What's going on, Chris?
Wherever they was able to
BMU.
and find some space, they popped up a
Nah, they
tent.
can't do that because that make everybody else uncomfortable.
It made me so uncomfortable. I took my shit down and got the fuck on. And they ran to our spot like little roaches.
Really?
I was like, I can't do it.
Yeah, nah. But I like the ideas that Atlanta have as far as entertainment and stuff. And it was a lot. Like I said, they started now that these children out of school, baby. They finna have so much stuff going on.
Yeah,
and I'm here for it to a certain extent.
The picnic at Grant Park is free too. They supposed to have free food and everything's supposed to basically be free.
Oh, for real?
Mhm.
Okay, and that's June 7th.
Yep.
That junk crazy. Everything either happening at one time or nothing at all is going on. And it's like,
But I was like, I remember we used to go to Grand Park, have our little cookouts
remember too.
and had a little concert. So when
Yeah.
people be talking about it, I'm like, shit, this shit we used to do when we was growing up.
right.
Mhm.
It ain't
We
new-
did
new
a
to us, but-
rhythm and tea thing on Saturday.
That's what I heard. How was it?
It was good, but it was supposed to be a birthday party for someone, and then it turned into something else.
Huh?
Yeah, it turned because the guy who owned the tea spot wants to do it every month now. But
Oh, okay.
I didn't know it was gonna be. I just thought we just gonna DJ at a birthday party. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because he's a friend of ours. But it turned into a whole nother thing. So now they want to do. Now the tea was good. We had something called we had a dragon fruit one, but it had alcohol in it.
Like a medicine ball, like a.
No, he said it got
It had alcohol in it. I didn't know it had alcohol in the tea. And I mean, it had alcohol in the tea.
What is it, like vodka, tequila, what?
I think it was vodka in the tea, fused into the tea. And you talking about toe up. I was toe up. I had me and Slick had to sit there for a second because she was toe up too.
It was good.
Man, it was good.
Okay.
It was good, but
I didn't know that spot was over there.
look,
Slick
it's a whole shopping center over
I
there.
know what a shopping center is. I've been over there. I don't went to everything over
It's
there.
a jazz place next
Yeah.
door to the
Oh,
spot.
that's what you were asking about St. James.
Yeah, St. James is
Yeah.
a cigar lounge right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then it was another restaurant that was right there. The owner was trying to get at me. And
You could have said that part.
but that's how I know so much shit over there. But I haven't been back over there to see if they had a tea place because they had like a
tea
health,
place
a
is new.
wellness thing.
That's what it is. He's changed. That's that's the spot that it's in. Health and wellness.
Oh, okay.
But they changed it to fresh
okay.
from the earth tea because he got all these teas in there lined up the wall, organic and.
Is he
stuff.
open during the daytime?
Yeah, he's only open like 11 to 5. But he's gonna change those hours because he wants to be open a little bit later. Because when we were getting done, the jazz people was taking off and they was dressed to the nines, man. They was dressed nice going in that jazz place. And he was like, man, I want to grab some of them folks, get them to come in here. So we gonna try to do this once a month. But it was nice. It was a quaint little experience, mostly house music, and we just tried to see what it was about.
Can y'all play a little bit more than house though? Yeah, no. I was trying to vibe with you, but I can't get into that house shit. I give you 2 minutes of my time to be
Lord.
supportive.
So wait a minute, you was going for a birthday party. You and Driz was DJing for.
Yeah.
A birthday party,
Birthday
but it
party.
turned into an event.
Yeah. The birthday person turned it into an event.
Did he have a lot of people to come out to celebrate his birthday?
He usually have a lot of people come out. He had a lot of people come out. They had a lot of food there. Like they had a lot.
That's
of
what
food.
I was asking. Did
They had like the back wall was just like
was it
cakes
catered,
and
or does the guy sell food?
the guy. No, they had their stuff catered.
Okay.
Now,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So the birthday boy had. Okay.
yeah, he had cakes, cupcakes, sandwiches. It was just lined up with food.
That's what's
It
up.
was good.
Now I did a 50th birthday party. It was actually a 50th/42. 2 siblings born on the same day. So one turned 50, one turned 42. It was a real nice situation. If I'm gonna say so myself, they had a live band. She sang. I didn't even. So what I have figured out is I'm gonna do a little better with this too. I hardly ever know who I'm actually bartending for. Whenever they hit me up, everybody gets the same amount of customer service and grace. So I just ain't never been the type of person to just kind of look into who this person is.
Right.
I'm gonna start doing it. So this particular person last night, she's a musician. She actually sang with the band. So she did this. It was nice. She did a whole little situation with them.
Do they go anywhere and perform here and locally or no?
They probably do because they was together. They did a lot of, like, you could tell that this is something that they do. So probably so. But she sang, honey, and she looked so pretty. The party was black, gold, and white. And her and her brother, they looked really, really nice in their black and gold. And yeah, the live band was banding. They had it was the whole situation.
I love live bands. I went to a spot last night in Ellenwood that had a live band. I would like to go again, but they allowed a cigarette smoke and a cigar smoke in there, and they
That's
was
what
about
live bands do.
Yeah, but they was finna take me up out of there. I couldn't hardly talk this morning. I woke up.
Really?
Yeah.
So they don't have
Chris said them live bands in the city be slamming.
Oh yeah, they do. Like that, man. When I tell y'all, that's like the ultimate. If you ever want to take a mature woman out on a date, that would be something that
I love live bands.
What's mature?
You know, like a person that actually enjoys and appreciates live bands.
Yeah, they was good last night too. And then they had one at a live band at East Point Wind Down. They had one too.
They did?
They was real good too.
Okay. So I'm being sold on this live band thing.
Yeah, but that cigarette smoke, I left because of the cigarette smoke.
So they don't have nothing circulating to draw it up?
I think so. Initially,
wait a minute, you was able to smoke a cigarette in there?
You can smoke a cigarette, cigar.
Dang.
Because
Chris say
cater to that crowd.
My go-to date is live bands for real.
Absolutely.
Yeah, live band, and like you were saying, everybody in there was 40 and up.
Right.
And so them old men, they get their cigars. Women too smoke the cigars. So it seemed like every table in there had somebody smoking a cigar.
Right.
So it was just like, and then they have a pool, like a room on the side that had like pool tables and stuff. They were floating up in there.
You smoke cigars too.
No, I don't smoke shit.
I could have sworn I heard you one day say,
I went to cigar lounges.
I smoked them things.
You ain't never heard me that because I'm allergic.
I'm have to rewind.
You allergic to cigars?
I'm have to rewind the tape.
I'm allergic to cigarette smoke.
Oh, so that's why when you inhale it,
yeah, I couldn't barely talk this morning.
And if you not being funny, but if you had COVID before, that's part of the symptoms too. Because my auntie the same way. She, like, if she around all that smoke, like it literally.
Well, this shit was affecting me before COVID, so I can't even blame him. But yeah.
No, I'm saying, like, if you had COVID and it affected your lungs or whatever. Now when you get, if you ain't no smoker and you just be around that smoking stuff, they say they feel like it's choking you.
It do.
I'm like, what?
Yeah, so the only smoke that doesn't bother me that I can inhale is Mary Jane.
Marijuana.
But majority of the time, because that's more natural. I know a lot of it's chemically based now, but
Chris said, how you allergic and go to them bars?
because I didn't know, somebody invited me, so I didn't.
Oh, okay. So you didn't get all the details.
Yeah, they were just like, you want to go hear some live music? I'm like, sure. They were like, we know you like music. I'm down. Shit. I was like, when I walked in, I was like, motherfucker, you ain't tell me they smoking here.
Right.
He was like, but it goes up here. I said, you could see the cloud of goddamn smoke.
They do have to have a ventilation.
They have one, but it was just so many. It was crowded and so many people in there was smoking. Like,
so other than that, how long did you end up staying? Ellenwood is quite a goddamn ride from you.
I got there.
If somebody had invited me to Ellenwood from your house, I just would have told them, baby, you most don't even know where I live.
I think we got there about 7:45, and I left about 9:30.
She be in them streets anyway.
Right. I'll be outside.
She be in them streets.
If I'm gonna go somewhere, I know I'm driving. Like it's a given. If I don't want to drive, I'll stay at home.
Nobody want to be in them streets like that.
That is that, but I'm just glad it just goes to show we all at different things on the same night. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It just be a lot. It's always something going on. That's why I always tell artists, I'm like, look, Atlanta do not sleep. You can always find something to do with Atlanta.
Slick, I was wondering what you was typing. I see now because you high. My bad.
What she say?
She said something. I'm dim.
I'm them.
Then next thing she said, "Oh, I'm high."
All on the Instagram
Yeah.
feed. What is going
Pretty boy
on?
lady say, "I got a new country song that's going viral. I would love for y'all to play it for me."
I think
yeah.
you in Louisiana right now, ain't you, Greedy? I know you were somewhere.
Send it to us, Gritty.
Yeah.
The thing about it is, man, so now that we are into this era of music, it's your time to shine, Gritty.
Look, I looked at last night. I was at Quick Trip, and this lady, older, mature lady, came in with a cowboy hat and cowboy boots. I said, "What hold down are you going to?" She just laughed. She said, "I ain't going." I said, "Well, I'm just saying, you look like you finna go wrestle up some horses and cows and shit."
Right.
She was just laughing like, "What are you talking about?" I said, "I'm just saying, you got cowboy boots, cowboy pants."
So I'm glad we are going back to our roots in music and reclaiming shit, but I like it. I'm here for it. I can't do no goddamn trail ride though. I ain't doing that shit.
You not?
Too many people. Again, I like people.
Now, I like the idea of the trail ride that we was all planning to go to together, but then they moved the damn trail ride to
Atlanta
Motor Speedway. And
and
you know, god doggone well.
I think they got like over 60,000 people coming to that now.
Yep.
I was like, the devil is alive. I hit that button. Refund.
Right. So fast. Because we was excited about going.
Yeah.
And now even the trail rides, even when you try to find like the smaller trail rides, they get so blown out real quick to it's like it don't win.
I don't like that for us because I've been a Dukes and Boots girl for years. Doing the trail rides, doing whatever I want to do it with my Dukes and my boots. And now here y'all come. I ain't worn them since. I'm like, God almighty.
I think what happens is the greed kicks in. People don't know when to say when. Like,
yeah.
People want a little bit more quaint, exclusive experiences now. They don't want Rashid and Shaquilla.
But see, they don't know
ride.
how to differentiate from the mature crowd and the YN crowd. They don't know how to separate the two. They want everybody to mingle in together, and I don't want to be with the YN crowd all the time. I don't want to be with y'all. I just don't.
Y'all don't?
I said sometimes. He said all the time. I could deal with you sometimes.
You got a YN. Just like I do.
That's why I said sometimes.
Yeah, it just depends on the maturity
of that person, right?
Because now one thing I can say, like
her children, like Donna's children. I ain't never really
party.
met your children, but that your daughter on the cruise, she wasn't one. Didn't want to be bothered. But Donna's children, I can hang with them because they are mature.
Be chilling. Yeah, we have a good time. Like if we all, man. It's crazy because if we all get together and have like even the children that they bring with them, we just having a good time.
Me and my children, me and my son, we on a Saturday night, I be like, where you going? He was like, I'm going here. He was like, where you going? I was like, I'm going here. He was like, all right. We have to discuss where we going. Because he was like, Mom, you can come and party with me? I said, no, because you be a cop blocker. I said, you cop blocker. He said, I don't even be on you like that. I said, no, it's just the fact that when they see you.
And see, and it be a little bit different for me because most people don't even know that they're my children until they hear somebody say, Mom.
Well, that be the problem. They don't think he's my kid.
That's the thing. Last night, a lady stopped me. We were getting ready to leave the party. And the lawyer said, Mom, you'll go ahead and crank up the car. The lady stopped. She said, what she just call you? I said, Mama. She said, what? How you start having children? I was like, wait a minute, ma'am. Me and you been friends all night.
Right.
Like, what is going on?
Right.
But she was just like, she was just like, dang. She said, I don't know. I didn't think that was your child. She said, I thought that was just somebody, you had working with you or whatever. She was like, just thanking us. And they said, they was like, y'all definitely bring the vibes. Mm-hmm. So I was like, well, we appreciate it. But I told her, I said, man, my father said, she was like, what?
Yeah.
Like, she was looking like, oh my God, because it was so crazy. It was, man, I don't even know what to call a 28, 29-year-old. It was one of those guys that was like, he was for real. He asked he was like, hey, what's up with her? Sir, I got a son almost your age.
That be the problem.
Ain't nothing up with me. But then I got a 60-year-old. Yeah, I'm gonna put this in your tip jar.
I be like, we are in the prime age where we can date the father and the son. You can pick who you want to date, but depending on how old he is, you may could even date the grandfather, depending on the age. Depending on the age.
I was just like, what the world? And the thing about it is, I always like to see which age group, because any party I do, somebody gonna shoot their shot. I don't be studying that. But I always like to see the age. And last night, boy, me and Alora was cracking up. He told Alora said, how can I help you? He said, I want her to help me. Alora said, ooh, okay. Listen, like, he wants you specifically. And I was just laughing. Yeah, put that over in your tip jar. You know what I'm saying? Give me I'm like, I said, Lord have mercy.
Look at you.
Child.
Starting trouble.
And he was there about 60. But he looked good for his age, but
he was at Social Security age. He was drawing his Social Security check.
Yeah, I don't think I could. I don't know, men that far in age, they kind of remind me of my uncles. Mm. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be reminded of my damn uncles when we together.
And that's the problem I have. That's why, like, after I didn't even pay attention when I was married before, but my ex-husband was the same age as my uncles because we grew up together. So I'm looking at them like they my age, but they're really older.
Yeah, nah.
So I was like, I can't even rock that no more because y'all was my uncle.
Right, and that be a little confusing for me.
And since I ain't got no daddy, that's the closest things I got to a daddy now. So,
So look, what y'all think about this person that's been found burned on top of Stone Mountain?
Yeah, how the fuck did y'all get up there?
I don't know. I wonder. But people saying they ain't seen nothing. They just like how they get up there?
How did y'all get up there?
Is it an elevator?
It was early in the morning they found him, so the body was already burnt.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. And that's what I'm like, what?
Yeah, it wasn't on fire. It was already burnt. Somebody
deliberately did it and then took them to the top of Stone Mountain. This how you know these people ain't from here and ain't been here like no 20 years or no.
First of all,
why would the hell would you do that?
What's going on, my name show?
I was wondering. I was like, maybe both of them walked up there, and then the end thought process, I'm gonna light you on fire type. I'm just trying to understand.
Like you can say these people ain't from around here.
Because I was like really trying to grasp that.
That would have been the very last place that somebody would have did some shit.
I'm just mad that we walked up here.
Right. Have you ever walked that mountain?
I walked it.
Like,
I walked it.
what
We used to
the
walk it
hell?
every weekend when I first moved here.
They were at
For
the
real.
top of
So
it.
you understand, like,
Mhm.
what?
They found them at the
We used
top
to
of
walk
it.
it every year. So it ain't no like
Yeah.
hot skipping and jump up that mountain, especially when you get to the part where the rocks are slippery and you sliding.
Yeah, and it's like that, like.
And it was raining. What day was this that this happened?
They
They
found
said what?
they found the body yesterday morning.
It
So-
was raining the other night.
Yeah. So I guess that's how the fire put them out.
Man,
Might have been.
I was just that's exactly what I was about to say. My name show. You know the mentality and the craziness that's going on in this world, man.
It is just a lot, and I mean, it just seems like it's so unnecessary. Like, man, but I'm gonna tell y'all something that touched my heart to the core.
It touched it, girl.
To see that they say the guy is an actor on The Wire,
Mm-hmm.
Trey
Oh,
something.
Trey.
But his house was in Henry County.
Locust
He-
Grove.
Yeah, he said Henry County. He said right there. He said his house is in Henry County. A tornado hit his house.
It hit his house.
literally hit his house. And
Yep.
I didn't know at the time, but the son is still in ICU. But the son went to Savannah State University with a real.
Mm-hmm.
And because she look at y'all know my daughter. She stalker. So she was on my page. I had shared his live, him going live. He was just thanking God. He just like, y'all don't understand. I saw this house being built in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the house as this tornado has literally taken. The house is folded.
It
Ain't no wall in the house still standing.
Mhm.
Wizard of Oz house look better than this house.
Mm.
It is. I'm talking about. You would look at something like that and figure nobody survived.
Right.
He was in his room sitting on the bed. TVs, walls, everything crumbling. The sun was thrown 300 feet.
Oh wow.
Mhm.
And he was in his own room.
He was
Wow.
playing
Now,
video
keep in mind-
games.
yeah, he playing the game. But a tornado though?
Yeah.
And you look, the house beside it is a little messed up, but not like his. It's
No, his house is gone.
gone.
Slick, that's not how you spell his name.
Who is that?
What is it?
My new
Slick, get
show.
off. Get
Slick,
off. Get
log
off.
And just look at this. Do not type anything.
What?
You are way too high.
What is
Law.
what
Don't
is
type
And she
shit
said
else.
show like shoe. My name's Shoe.
Bye.
What is you smoking, lady?
Don't type shit else.
Baby song.
She already said she has, so stop typing. Stop it. Jesus Christ.
But yeah, man.
Yeah, that was so
that job
sad.
was so heart wrenching, man. To just know, and he just like he's so thankful and grateful, man. People sending in all kind of donations to them, but just to know that your house, and it just goes to show how fast things can happen.
Happen.
At 3:30 p.m.,
You in your house.
you in your house chilling. He said him and his son had the best day ever.
Mhm.
And I
You
don't
know
even
what I'm
think the
saying?
alarms had went off either.
No.
Yeah, I don't even think the alarms had
That
time to
was
go
the
off.
crazy part. And nobody, like, you could hear the wind and you knew that it was whipping, but you didn't know that that it was just that close. But I was telling them, I remember one year around y'all birthday when it was a tornado, and we was
It
at
was
my
healing.
we was at my mama house. I never forget this. We was at my mama house when she stayed in Cascade Park, right there off Campbell, off Greenbrier Parkway. And we sitting there, we hear the wind whipping, man. Me and Dun, he was a little boy.
I think that was our 30th year. I think we had turned 30 that year when that storm came.
Might have did. We looked like the wonder just on a whim. I'm like, God damn, that wind whipping. To see the tornado hit, this is how crazy it was. I didn't even know how a tornado even worked.
Mhm.
When I say whirling, we see it hit a house right there in front of my mama house. But my mama was the first one to buy a house in this subdivision. So all these other houses, they just was building them up.
Mhm.
We seen that. We was like, whoa. Next time we know, somebody hollering up the street because the damn tornado done hit somebody's car. And then it just disappeared.
Yeah, and just
I'm
pick up
talking
and
about
go.
that fast. I'm talking about loud. I literally was like, God almighty, that wind whipping. This how I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
So I just go, my mama said, get out there, goddamn wonder. I'm like, well, baby, if I had known that what was going on.
We had tornadoes like that all the time in Chicago.
What?
Yeah, in the Midwest.
Mm-hmm. Like literally, the tornado be across the street, and we be in the window watching it.
Yeah.
And then it'll hit the boatyard, because we had a boatyard in front of my grandma's house. It hit the boatyard and throw some boats up. Then it disappeared.
Yeah, like it just disappeared. I'm like, what the world?
Yeah, I think that was our 30th birthday year, because I remember I was
You know what? You might be right.
I was supposed to have a party.
Yep.
And didn't nobody come. But I still ate my cake and I still had all my food catered because it didn't tornado out here, but we had a huge hailstorm. It rained real bad and the city was tore up because I ended up having to take my car into the shop because I had hail pits all over it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, man.
And my cousin had actually flew in from Chicago because we were going to be doing a big thing. So she came in and we just chilled at the house and did our own little private little birthday party.
Mm.
And you say y'all go through that a lot in the Midwest?
Oh yeah, we went through that a lot in Chicago. Like,
yeah, that's where Wizard of Oz is.
we-
Toto in Kansas.
I've been on my grandma's house and just saw a tornado just go all the way down the street, just in the middle of the street.
Yeah, and
tearing
I mean
up
the way
cars.
the way the thing be, man.
My grandma was a very, very strict. When it started raining, she was unplug everything.
That's how my
stay
mama,
off the phone, take no
my
showers.
mama
Child
was
take
like
no
that.
showers.
My mama was like that. She was real big on that, and not being funny, but I know a lot of my mama and them paranoia did come from working at Grady and just kind of seeing shit happen, and you be like, what?
Mm-hmm.
So that give you PTSD to a certain extent.
Mm-hmm.
So sit your ass down and be real quiet. I can remember at my grandmama's house when we was little, we would be in the hallway of my grandmama's house when it stormed and stuff. We would all be in the hallway. We had the bathroom door closed. We would all be in the hallway playing cards, doing whatever, but we had to be quiet.
Yeah.
The Lord's doing his work.
That's what my grandma said. You gotta be quiet. And me, cause I ain't shit. But then why I gotta be quiet? The storm gonna hear us or something?
Right.
They gotta be quiet. Why? Like I need to know why I have to be quiet.
That was just a part of being shoot.
That was how they was raised.
Maybe you could hear the destruction before it get there or something, Being
quiet was a hard thing for me.
I can believe
I'm talking. I'm trying to tell my granddad stuff. He like, didn't you hear your grandma say be quiet? I'm like, yeah, but
what?
We ain't got no TV. I'm like 9 to 10. I'm trying to figure out why I gotta be quiet, man.
Man, look here, I'm telling you. But when I seen that man's house demolished, and like I said, they say here at the wire. I didn't know any of that.
Yeah,
didn't have to know that. But when I saw that man break down, because he was just like, hey, this is unbelievable. He said, man, if I could take the place of my son where he is being in pain like this, he said, I would.
It messed him up. It fractured his face, his punctured his lungs, broke his rib. Like
threw him 300 feet.
Yeah,
into something.
The ground.
Yeah, the ground.
Yeah, threw him into the ground. Because when he got up, it knocked him out, and when he woke up, he was in the ground. But he was just downstairs in the mud. So he was on the ground too.
Yeah, them tornadoes ain't nothing to play with.
They really aren't. And and it's so crazy because you hear about certain stuff, but you don't. And I guess with social media now, it just gets a little bit different because we get to see a whole lot of stuff more so up front than we would normally. You know what I'm saying? Normally
do.
See. Like you can have a thought about how you think it look or something like that, but no. We getting firsthand dibs and looks on these people's reality. And regardless of what it looked like to anybody else, man, like this stuff is disheartening.
Did y'all know somebody tried to jump off the bridge again yesterday?
I saw that on 75.
That traffic, I was going down Ellenwood, and I was like, why is this traffic like this?
Girl, Eric, so we had a funeral where one of our cousins on my daddy's side passed away. Tracy Cameron daddy, Charlie Moses. He passed away, and his funeral was yesterday. Man, Eric was trying to come from 75 from getting Jasper, and we was going to Jonesboro.
Man, when I tell you that shit was bananas.
crazy traffic. And I'm talking about this is all day.
All day.
And I was like, and then finally I seen on social media, it was like somebody was trying to jump. They had to literally snatch him the hell down.
Yes, I saw that video and I'm like, and now that people are able to actually videotape this stuff in real time, and you just be like,
this is the 5th one this year.
Yeah.
Because I'm working over there, so I know. Because I'm like, why every time I'm going somewhere, y'all want to climb up top of these bridges? I'm like, they built these fences for a reason.
That fence ain't gonna do nothing. People having a hard time, man. They try.
I don't want you to jump. Go jump somewhere else. Go jump off a Stone Mountain. Don't jump on the expressway. You may hit my car.
I may not know.
Traumatize shit out of me.
Exactly. I may not know what happens in all mental health situations, and I get that. But a lot of some of this stuff ain't mental health. Some of these folks got hell in them. Because I'm just trying to think. What, like, seriously, I'm not understanding why they don't go do some shit to themselves. Maybe they look. I don't know if they're seeking attention and I think
they seeking attention.
Yeah, it's something ain't right about this though, and that's why I say some of this stuff may be mental.
They want somebody to talk them off the ledge. Because the person that's really gonna do it,
they gonna do it.
They ain't even finna tell you. They finna do it.
They gonna find one. They ain't got no brick. They ain't got the fence.
They ain't gonna go on no bridge. They gonna find another way.
But I'm just saying, the ones that want to jump, they're gonna go somewhere that doesn't have a fence and climb on top of.
Cause see, that's why they even had to start putting them fences. Put the fences up.
Mm-hmm. Because all of them on the expressway don't have a fence, a cage or whatever they want to call. All of them don't have it.
That junk just crazy. But look, my homeboy said he was in Costa Rica and he stayed at an ayahuasca retreat. Y'all familiar with that?
I know who ayahuasca is.
You don't have
Say it again.
Ayahuasca.
I knew I was gonna mess that up because I was like, that's too many letters.
Enlighten me.
I don't know, but he said a lot of people don't know or understand ayahuasca. Do your own research. So you have to
ayahuasca.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what ayahuasca. That's how I pronounce it.
Ayahuasca.
So even if you do research, the true experience will not be found in your research. But
you got to do it.
You must be mentally strong. If not, it will definitely break you.
It will break you hard.
Yeah, he said.
Is that one of the ones where they do like the spiritual and they do like these cleansings? You have to drink like the certain teas and waters and
you got
shit.
to be in the. I think you got to be in the hut and it's hot.
Yeah.
It's a sweat. You got to sweat.
Okay. Yeah.
But you take the ayahuasca and it's supposed to open you up to another dimension that you don't see within your mind.
Yeah.
But if you are not mentally stable, it's just like taking LSD.
That's what I was going to say. It's like LSD.
Yeah. So with him, he said that what he got out of this retreat, therapists would have never retrieved from him.
I'm going to take LSD.
You would take LSD?
I'm going to, not would. I am.
When
you gonna microdose it?
No, I'm gonna get something from somebody. I don't know who. I would know, but I don't know. And then I'm gonna lock myself in the room, and somebody gonna be in there with me.
But you're not gonna microdose it. You gonna take the whole thing?
I mean, what?
Because you're supposed to have like a different type of experience. It's supposed to be like you're supposed to be able to have clarity.
They say your childhood. Anything that has traumatized you in the childhood,
it's gonna trigger.
It's gonna come out.
Yeah.
He said that. I saw my entire childhood through my own first-person eyes. I literally recall my mother packing a lunch for me so I could go to Jamestown Settlement in elementary school. I saw my very pattern behavior and where it originated from. A therapist would have never been able to pull this from me.
So they say it's like peyote.
That's
he
the
said
Indians.
If you find demons, it's coming out. If you suppress things going through life, it's coming out. He said, I heard deafening, ear-shattering screams from other people. For instance, some saying, unalive me so I can go with them. He said it was real intense.
So I didn't know what it was called, but I have seen them. I don't know whose is that, because I know the peyotes is the Indians version.
You can't say Indians.
Huh?
You have to say
what?
Native Americans.
Oh.
I I ain't know that either. Keep going. Lab learning or something.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
the Native American. So
Yes.
who is the ayahuasca's version? Is that Native American?
It's Native American too, but
Okay.
Well, he said he was in Costa Rica, so
I was gonna say, but it's more Spanish.
yeah,
Okay.
because he said he was in Costa Rica for a week.
Yeah,
That's
I can't.
not, but that's a,
I would have to do it in the
attorney.
States. I would need to do it in the States.
Like a guy said he well not a guy, but Weird said he has a friend that does it, and when she does it, she has a door that she paints, and he said that door is just the best door he ever seen. Then once it's over, she paint it back white, and then she do it again. She go ahead and paint that door.
You talking about when she do her LSD? Most people microdose it, so
why is this something you want just for the experience?
I want to do it because I feel like they say sometimes if you take it now, sometimes they say once it's over, it's like
you feel
all
a
the
release.
worry and stress that you normally would worry about.
So
you just don't even care no more. Like it's just like
it's a release.
Okay, that's what I was
but
trying
they
to
say
get
you
at.
have to go through that door. But if you go through the other door, it's gonna be a problem. And you're gonna have some issues.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I've heard that. I ain't.
So do you think you'll be the same once you do it?
No. I think I'll never be the same again once I do it.
You gonna shut up sometime now?
I'll probably be worse. You don't know what's gonna happen, but
Can
what it'll probably be. You'll probably be saying that nigga don't say nothing to nobody no more.
Can you tell me when you gonna do it?
Yeah. I've been preparing myself to do it for last year, but I'm gonna just do it. I'm gonna do it.
And you need to do it for your birthday.
What? He don't want to be crazy on his birthday.
It ain't like Lab be doing shit on his birthday anyway most of the time.
I don't be wanting to do nothing. It's just a
So
day.
so do that so I could be knowing and I can see it and I be wanting to.
You know what? You can't be around me no LSD. You too fragile. I already be shaking you up now. I ain't take no LSD. If I take LSD and you be around me, you gonna have some issue. You ain't gonna come back and do the show no more.
Oh Lord, it's gonna be like that.
Because you could just say, they say you just say and do whatever
you
you want to do when you
yeah.
own it.
Yeah.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Shit that you might hold back.
Because the Hawaii, that's where the LSD was came from the Hawaii ayahuascas. So that's the shit came from. It was like a version of that.
And then when I talked to, remember Catamatic? I met him one day over in Midtown for some stuff we were talking about doing a podcast. So it was years ago, and he said he takes it. He said, "Lab, I'm telling you."
How often though?
He said, I don't know if he does it now, but back then he said he was microdosing it.
Yeah.
But he took it one time. He said, "Lab, it just felt like I was just floating over myself, watching myself do stuff, and then stuff that I was doing, I was like, why am I doing that? That's so stupid. You don't need to worry about that no more." And just. He said it was just such an eye-opening experience.
It's a lot of people that microdose it. They like always doing it, so they microdose it.
Mm-hmm.
But then you have, I guess, Big Boy Lab. They just want to.
I'm gonna do it. I'm
do the whole thing.
55. I'm gonna do it.
And it normally lasts 24 to 48 hours.
So you got to be in this room 24 to 48 hours with somebody.
Yeah, somebody got to be watching you when you.
Got to be watching you. Got to be.
What if you attack them?
What if I go out the door and?
Yeah, because you don't want to make sure they don't leave.
Yeah.
Like you can't. You not.
That's what I'm saying. So when you gotta go to the bathroom, I gotta go with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to at least stand at the door.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Damn.
But I've never seen anybody that got strong. Most people be more relaxed, and you just got to make sure they don't harm themselves or go out and try to harm somebody else. They never.
But that's what I'm saying. What if the person that do the LSD do something to the person that they wanted to be with them?
Typically I ain't never heard of it, but I guess
you gotta make sure there ain't nothing around to do nothing
to you. Yeah.
Hell nah, Lab. Cause who gonna be in there with you?
Probably Slick, maybe. I don't know. I get a couple people. We'll say he'll go in there with me. He's done it, so he knows what to expect.
Oh wow! I'm sorry. I'm just like, cause that's why I wanted to ask you about it, because when he posted about it, he was just like, it's a life changer. Just kind of, just saying it's a life changer, and he It's coming to grips.
They say
it
clears your mind out. Everything that you hold in, you hold back. You don't want to say. You thinking. It lets it out.
Well, I guess
I haven't checked the email yet, Greedy Boy. I'm gonna check it here in a little bit. I'm not able to check it right now, but I did try to check it, but I wasn't able to log into that email just yet because I don't remember the password. But as soon as, because I have it on my phone, I can check. But I'm using my phone for Instagram, but I'll check it in a little bit. But
hey, yo, Travis Hunter got married.
Mm-hmm.
That's my homeboy told me so. Why was Deion Sanders and them not there? I was like, how you know they weren't there?
Who was Travis Hunter?
Most about it, right?
The football player.
The football player Travis Hunter. You don't know him?
He don't know sports.
He got braids.
Yeah, he
got big lips.
See,
money make them lips smaller, don't it?
Him and that girl been together about 3-4 years.
She know what gonna happen. She played the long game.
You remember that's the girl that everybody was saying that she was only with him. Remember she didn't get up or something when he won. It was like a big thing.
I remember her being in the limelight, and I've heard different things that people have sent to me recently because let me just say this. I like his energy, right? I like the way that he is, the way that he's humble and he's still fun. And like one lady was on a flight with him. And the lady needed help, and he was helping her. She didn't know he was famous. She said folks just kept coming up to him. Can I get a picture? She was like, this little boy she looking at him as a little boy. This little boy been so nice to me. Didn't even know he was famous. She said, well, everybody else getting a picture. Can I get a picture? He was like, of course. She take a picture with him and upload it on social media and go viral. She don't know that, she was just like, everybody want to take a picture with him. I'm going to take me one. So, like, I just love his energy, and it's unmatched to me.
I just hope he's able to keep it.
Well, that's my concern. And when I say happy to be married, baby, he been out there dancing. You ever heard somebody say cheesing like a Cheshire cat? Baby, he been cheesing.
They was like, they ain't never seen no man get this happy being married.
Some people like to be married. I love being married.
Let me tell you something.
Some men like to be married.
Let me just say this. A lot of men, let me just say, you seem like you enjoy being a husband, a family man. You enjoy that. Because a lot of people are habitual marriers. They will marry the shit out of people.
Girl, these names you be coming up with a habitual marrier.
They are habitual marriers. Everybody they get with, they gonna marry. Because they like the benefits of marriage, if that makes sense.
They like the attention they get.
Yeah, so they feel like, that's the ultimate thing for them.
Right.
If I could get that mug to marry me. But anytime you want to be a husband or a provider or all of those things.
I'm a wife.
Yeah, it's a difference. Look,
Say.
God don't like ugly. That's why you choking over there.
Oh, God, I was like, shut up, Jesus. Shut up, Jesus. See? LSD would have been like, what the hell you saying now? But God was like, pat you on.
I am a wife.
Slick said, but why she didn't kiss him? Because his lips is too big. And
they did. Like, we didn't see the whole ceremony.
I don't know. I don't even know who this person is. I just seen him dancing with her while she was getting married. And I read the comments because I'm always going to go straight to the comments because that's what I do. And the comments was like, she only married him because of such and such. She only did this because of such and such. I'm like, he seemed to be happy.
Let me tell you something. And I will say this to the day I leave here. Our culture is the only culture that aligns you with bullshit and think that you're supposed to accept it at whatever cost.
And why they worried about it?
Other cultures and nationalities do not tell their women to go and marry anybody. They tell them to go marry up. Whatever the hell you do, marry up.
White girls.
That's how they're trained.
They're sent to college to find their husband.
And that's what I'm saying. That's how they're trained. That's how they're raised.
They are. That's right. They raised that way.
I don't believe that.
Man, okay. I'm just saying the other nationalities do not sign up for struggle love. If you do, that means you ain't heard a damn thing your parents been teaching you the whole time.
And you may get disowned in the process.
Yeah, in the process. That's why so many of them, man, you hear them talk about I don't fool with my family no more, and da da da. I know, cause your family don't fool with you because baby, you missed the mark.
Because other cultures also, when they get married, they give money, cars, houses.
Right.
They get real shit.
Exactly.
Not a pot to cook on the stove.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all something that has really. Let me say. So back in our day, American women just didn't. Black American women, they didn't just marry most Africans unless it was some money involved. They just didn't.
Right.
And I see all of these young ladies now marrying these different Africans, and they ain't getting them but churn and the headache out of it. And I'm like, why the hell would you say what you get from him? You could have got from a black man. Like, why are you signing up for that with a whole nother culture? Is you all right? Is you cool? Cause we like.
That's be my thing. I think my thing is anybody goes outside of their culture and you doing the same that you could have did inside your culture or worse, that is an issue for me.
It is. And then I heard a lady the other day on TikTok going in. She said, it's a white lady. She said, I do not understand why black men start dating white women and think that is their turn to mistreat black women. She was like, she said, as a white woman, I would not deal with no black man that's mistreating black women. She was like, why would you, even if you don't like your mama, just because you're dating outside of your race for whatever reason it is, that's not your ticket to mistreat the women in your life. Like, that is not how they go.
As Tupac said, I came from a black woman.
Like, it's like a lot of black men have that problem. They think that if they choose a white woman to be with and marry, that it immediately puts them in competition with black women. And it's like, no. Because when the white woman unalive you, like
the one did, she got the fuck off too.
Yeah, and they ain't even charge her with murder.
Nothing.
Now we gonna mind our own black business as black women.
Because he had a whole.
Don't be asking us to march for you and petition for you, because we all know what black women can do to situation.
But he hated black women. He hated black women. He was
and always talk junk about them.
And his brother did too.
And when one of them done got off by a white woman, now y'all need to stand up for. Who?
No.
Baby, I'm gonna grab me 8 seats and stretch out. You ain't black women so bad?
Right. Here you
go. And because the realness of it is, we all done been through some things with our folks. We just have. You know what I'm saying? From relationships to all kind of stuff. And my whole thing is, I can't say all men are this because of my experience with 3 or 4 of them.
Right.
That's crazy. That ain't even logic.
You can say it because your experiences have shown you that, and you may put your guards up when it comes to that. But because that's how I am. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, I've experienced women that cheat, so it's kind of like.
Do you think you would ever let your guard down?
Nah.
No.
I let's put it this way. I don't think my guard is up. I think my intelligence is. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay, so let me rephrase the question. Do you think you would ever want to actually be with somebody and believe that they won't cheat on you?
No, because it would break my heart when I found out they did.
But what if they
I
never
always
did?
want to think the worst and help and pray for the best. Because why would I mean, my experience has taught me that this is what's gonna happen no matter. And my problem is, I've always not cheated, and I've always tried to make sure that person that I was with was treated on top of you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
So why would I put my guard or think that no, that's not gonna happen when it happens regardless? So I gotta just be prepared for it. Now it may not ever happen, but I'm not gonna be surprised if it does happen.
Do you think you're putting the woman on a pedestal is because of the relationship that you didn't have with your mother?
I don't know. No.
I'm just,
because if that was the case, it would be totally opposite.
No, because sometimes people do.
Right.
You put more faith into a woman because you like just. I'm not saying it, but
I don't think that was. I think it was. I think it was. Hasn't. I really don't think it has anything to do with my mother.
So why did
it's just the way I am.
Something had to.
But something had to. So what basically happens is a lot of times we tend to shut down certain feelings and certain ideas when, like I said, it's our circumstances and it was something that we couldn't change. It was somebody else responsible for it. So when it comes to our parents, whether it's our mother, our father, when just say for instance with your father, you never knowing him, that has created some kind of abandonment issue in you.
No, I think it has created. I don't, because I never felt abandoned. I never see. Even though I get what you're saying, I had things to fill that void. Now, if I didn't have my 5 uncles and my 4 aunts to fill that void, I may have felt the best, but I didn't feel that way.
I felt too, because our daddy was killed so early. But once I have gone through therapy and I see certain things that's heightened, it's almost as if every man that I've ever loved and respected has died. So that started with my daddy, then my uncles, and stuff like that. You don't realize these things until you have to. If that makes sense.
That's why I was asking, because of your mom, because you've put women so high on a pedestal and they fall the fuck off. Is the reason why you put them up there in the first place.
I think for me, my issues would have been more on the father side, because that's why when I first had my kids, I wanted to make sure that they knew me.
That's right.
Okay.
And
get what I'm saying?
Yes.
That had more to do with my father than my mother.
Okay.
Because I wanted to make sure that they never have to guess who
right.
their dad was.
Or
they
not,
never have
or
to
just not
talk
know.
to somebody and not know who their dad was.
That's
so that was
right.
my issue. Like, I'm like, no, I ain't finna.
I
My kids
feel
ain't
you on
finna,
that.
and my kids ain't finna not know who I am.
Right.
That's just not gonna be. And in that process, that's why I got married. Now that had a lot to do with me being married young. You know what I'm saying?
I can definitely see that.
I can see that.
So what happens? So what basically happens with when you start dealing with trauma early is that a lot of times you put up certain guards and you expect certain things from certain people.
He doesn't put women on pedestals. Yeah, I do.
Well, he doesn't anymore, but
Right.
he
I
had.
used to.
He
Yeah.
used to.
So what? So if every time you dealt with every time you've dealt with a woman and your experience have been her taking some away from you every time, well, not just her, but them taking something away from you and not replenishing it every time, then it get harder and harder on the next person that you deal with.
Most
right?
definitely, I agree.
Right.
But with that, a lot of times men don't like to really have those conversations because they feel like, oh, ain't nothing wrong with me. And it's like, bro, ain't nobody saying anything wrong with you.
I agree with you on that, because it just makes it like, why would I want to keep continuing down this road when I keep tripping over rocks and obstacles? So no, I'm not going to
getting
do
the
that.
same results.
Right.
But at the same time, for me, the lover in me, because the reason I can still believe in love and true love is because of the way how I am and how I love.
Right.
If I wasn't that type of person, then hell no, I wouldn't believe in love and stuff like that either. So that's why when people say that, I get it. Because once you done been hurt so many times, it's just like you become numb to certain stuff.
Yeah.
Just
I love love.
Yeah.
I love love.
But I'm gonna put myself first. I love me first.
Well,
that
so
was
that's
my
what
problem.
you have to learn,
do, though.
So let me tell you, as a man, and that's one of the biggest things, when you choose you, everything around you starts to look different.
Yeah,
Right.
I choose me first. Like,
But
As you should.
and that's
but
always-
that's not taught in our culture,
Right.
and it should be.
right.
But that's a lot of the problems. Like, I have to choose me, you have to choose you, and then if we get there, then we choose to want to work it out and compromise and love each other.
Well, see,
But-
that's when people self-preservation
Is the best preservation.
is one of the main ingredients in being in love and being able to love your mate the way that they need to be loved, and to just be able to do what you do as a mate. The reason I say this is because you think about it. If you don't love you, that means you're gonna be taking stuff off people. You ain't gonna have no boundaries. You're gonna just be taking shit off.
Right.
People. Right. But when you love you and you know how you treat you, You ain't taking that.
And then you don't have those expectations that you have to fulfill.
Exactly.
For me, no, I gotta fulfill my love. You gotta fulfill your love.
That's right, because a lot of people feel like their mate is responsible for their happiness.
And they not.
And it's like, what? Like, I would never give nobody that much power.
And I didn't realize it was such a big thing until when JD used to do the red table talk. You know, that was her whole issue with Will, that he wasn't fulfilling her happiness. He wasn't making her happy. And he was like, you got to make your own self damn happy.
I felt like I had to make that person happy.
Because that's what we're taught.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. And that's one of the main things that I realized in my family why it set a lot of the men apart, because our family is not like that. But on average, the family is like that. Like with our family, the women in our family catered to men. Whether it was your brother,
I experienced that firsthand.
Yeah, like
my mama say, "No, lad, get his plate first." I say, what?
That's right.
And that's how I was raised. So when we used to have cookouts and shit like that at the house when I was married. Let me tell you, my mama come in there and fix my daddy plate. I used to fix my ex-husband's plate. And then women be like, what y'all doing? My mama said, you finna fix your husband's plate. They was like, we weren't raised like this. She was like, as long as you in this house, you gonna fix your...
But see, that's what I'm saying. We was raised like that. On average, you're not though. So when you say I'm a wife, I can feel you on that.
Slick, I don't know what conversation you talking about.
I don't know if I'm necessarily a wife, but I know I'm more of a relationship type person. Because like that's just what it is. Like I don't think I've ever gave anybody a fair chance, and we dealt with each other less than 5 years. It's always at least 5 years. It could go longer.
Right.
But it's always at least 5 years. And the thing about it is, when you've been raised like that, it makes a difference, and it makes it where you stay in men's lives without being in men's lives. Because they remember that.
Yeah,
they miss that, and they want it, but it's like, we can't get it, but you go.
They don't miss it until it's gone. That's why I always tell any man that I ever deal with, I come with a disclaimer. You know what I'm saying? Like, I already know when we ain't dealing with each other,
you gonna miss it.
You gonna like, don't be that man. But most of them, they be like, man, I ain't gonna be that man. Be that
man.
And I be laughing like hell, cause I'm like, I told you.
You gonna be that man, because like I cater, I do all of that. If I fuck with you, if I don't fuck with you, then it's a whole different beast. But
yeah, I ain't even finished. Like I always tell people, if I could deal with a person and not like them, I would have just been a prostitute. I can't deal with men I don't like. So if I like dead serious. So when it comes to certain stuff,
a prostitute.
Yeah, because most people that are prostitutes or can actually get out there and say it ain't.
Well, I mean, I ain't talking about on that level. I'm just like, want to show up for you and just be there for you.
What I'm saying is, if I give a man a fair chance, that means I got to really like you. It's the only thing I'm saying. Because I don't do all of that bed hopping and all of that stuff. That's
what I'm saying. I ain't talking about bed hopping. I'm just saying just being there for them emotionally.
Emotionally, all in all the ways.
I'm a bed hop now. I'm finna be 55. It's time for me to
so that's what I'm saying. If I wanted to be a bed hopper, I would just choose to be a prostitute. That's what I'm saying. I would rather get something out of it. Right. Like, I ain't finna do that for the free, but I know me, I can't sleep with people I don't really care for. Like I used to have a group of friends that used to always be like, why you don't talk to him? You know he got, baby, I got to like him, and that money don't unlame him.
Right. That's what people don't understand.
I try.
But you teach him so much, and he take it to the other relationship.
That's right.
Man, let me tell you something.
I may have learned something from him.
Let me tell you something. Once I'm done, I don't know nothing about what them folk doing. I don't even know if them folk even living. Somebody got to call me and be like, such and such died. Oh, damn. What?
Hey. You teach me something, I'm going to tell you. I'm like, well, so as soon as this relationship over, all this great food you taught me how to cook, I'm going to tell the next girl, I learned it myself.
Let me tell you something. Everybody takes something from their previous relationship.
Right. Good or bad.
Good or bad. I don't be on that. Man, once that ship done sailed, that shit done sunk. I don't even know. I literally don't even know nothing about them folk. If I see them folk in the street, I about ain't going to even speak. I ain't
And
really that
and I'm not
ex.
saying that's the way it should be, but that's I'm like, only reason my ex gets to even text me is because we have children and grandchildren, and now that's to the point of why they ain't text me, why they ain't call, why I'm hearing this from you. If they ain't call me, then it didn't happen.
Right, or they don't want me to know.
They don't want me to know, so don't.
Yeah, I'm with you all the way. My folks my exes can't even text me.
Yeah, they had to text me on my Google number, but I don't want to talk to you about this.
Like I don't play like that.
I'm serious because my kids in their 30s.
No, you was talking about your exes texting on your Google number. That's wild.
They would have.
That's how somebody would have to get in touch with me because I
ain't gonna have my real number.
Mm-mm.
Why? What do you need my real number for?
Like
we ain't friends. We are talking about our children.
Right.
Now my children is in trouble and our grandchildren in trouble. I need to know this if you know first.
Yeah,
but
man.
Other than that, they need to text me or call me first and let me know what's going on.
Because you have to show people how much of a privilege it is to be in your life.
Right.
If you like dead serious, you have to show people that once I'm done, oh no, all access denied. Yeah. You know how people be like, yeah, I'm still friends with my ex. Who? Mm-mm. Friends? Not me.
Mm-mm.
I know that motherfucker, but we ain't friends. We cordial.
Yeah, I'm cordial.
We know each other, but
cordial.
We ain't friends.
Motherfuckers try to stay in your life so they can keep their toe in.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. They really do be trying that.
And I'm a man. If I've got my toe in yours going on, I'm gonna feel like I can get my whole thing.
That's
what's
right.
Going on.
That's right.
Automatically, if you talking to me and we having a conversation, I'm gonna be like, I can hit that again.
And
so I used to always
shut it down.
I used to always say I never circle back, and now I realize I really don't want to circle back. I tried to circle back once.
Yeah, I did that once. I never do that again.
And I never do it again because I remember the shit. I was like, fuck. I now remember why this didn't work.
What made you circle back?
We were just like how you were saying, started communicating, and then we started back going out, and then I was like, oh, okay, maybe you have changed, and then I was like, damn, you have not. Now I remember, so I would never do this shit the fuck again.
But see, with me, the only reason why I was able to allow somebody to circle back was because we didn't end on no
bad terms.
Yeah, we didn't end on a bad term
so it
either.
Was just like
we just kind of like just stopped talking.
Yeah, it was like almost mutual. Like shit, you ain't call me, I ain't call you. We done like that. Now, and most of the time, just being honest with you, I don't really leave on no bad note when it come to men because I'm gonna be honest with you. I know they'll take you out, so I don't really leave on no bad note like that. I just started denying access,
bagging up.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, a little bit at a time, and then they be like, oh hell. By the time they realize what's going on,
it's over.
It's gone.
Yeah.
So like it just be like that. But I'm gonna tell you this: what's so crazy is like because I hear a lot of folks say, like, man, we was better as friends, and da da da. I'm like, I don't sleep with my friends.
No, I don't think it's that. I think it was the relationship probably was better as friends. Like
what you see is they should have with me.
They should have never crossed the line.
Let me tell you something. When I meet you, you are categorized. If I meet you through KK, you bro.
Mm-hmm.
If I meet you through MisFits Radio, it's business.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? Like,
right.
So that's what I'm saying. I categorize everybody. If you didn't come at me and say I like you from the beginning, I ain't even looked at your ass like that.
Mm.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, you got to make me look at you like that. I ain't even looked at you like that. But yeah, so it just get a little tricky. But at the end of the day, man, the day got to end.
Mm.
You feel me?
Yeah.
At the end of the day got to end. So y'all take these experiences, enjoy them. Don't let nobody get on your nerve.
That's the part right there. Don't let nobody get on your nerve.
Don't let nobody get on your nerve.
You come first. If your motherfucker talking to you, I'm hang up.
Yep.
What's that phrase say? I used to be forgiving. Now I ain't trying to hear that shit.
For real, you have to stop people in their tracks.
Mm-hmm.
And shut it down. Fix the way it break down. Don't talk to me crazy. Don't do none of that. Cause see, I don't talk to me crazy.
Right.
When I be talking to myself, I use a lot of respect
mm-hmm.
and a lot of grace and a lot of don't. So you ain't gonna be able to do that.
Yeah, me, I used to be more of, okay, I want to do this because to make that person happy. Now,
Oh,
if I
no.
don't feel like doing that shit, I ain't doing that
I
shit.
ain't doing
I
it.
ain't doing it.
And it's just that plain and simple. People be like, what? Nah,
Mm-mm.
I'm not.
So it's a shame it took me to 50 to learn this, but I'm
But
like, I
hey,
can't do that
some people
shit.
never learn it.
Right.
So we just glad
a
you
lot of
learned it.
people- A lot of people, man, look here, you got at least another 20 summers.
Mhm.
The thing about it is, a lot of people never get to the point to even realize this is the missing piece that they never prioritize themselves. They trying to put everybody in front. The last relationship I was in, the reason why it did not work was because of that. If you got too many people in front of me, I'm gonna be honest with you. Cause if I'm in a relationship, you know, it ain't even about putting nobody in front of your children. But when you got adult children,
Right.
you kind of gonna put some motherfuckers in front of them. Cause why would you not?
Right.
Right.
You
Right.
didn't got them that far. What you could do for so I'm not with that. If you can't if I ain't in them first couple of prioritizers,
Right.
I'm good. Like I ain't mad at you and nothing
Especially
like
with grown
that.
children.
Yeah, I ain't mad at you and nothing like that. But
But
I
that
just
is
can't
why
do it.
I don't talk to people that got little kids, because I know I won't be a priority.
Mm.
And see,
So
I
relationships
definitely never
fail.
do that again. Huh?
Growers A.
What?
She said what?
But new relationships fails. Growers A. I don't know what that means, Slick. I'm sorry.
Did we tell her to stop
Sometimes-
texting?
New relationships fail.
Yeah. But
Man, our relationships
then
at
she
some
said,
point
don't
fail.
share your friends. What?
Let me tell you something. That too. I just put a post up on Facebook not too long ago that says, nothing in my spirit says add that man when a woman tag a man on social media.
Mm-hmm.
Why the fuck do women do that?
What
Trying to get attention.
are you talking about?
When somebody posts their man or a situation that they in and tag their husband or tag their boyfriend, women touching the tag and immediately following them or immediately sending them a friend request.
Because why the woman who's going through something with their boyfriend or husband would put their act in there anyway? Don't do it.
Well, no, what I'm saying is it could be you on vacation with your man.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
okay.
Y'all could be having a good time. It could be his birthday.
Okay, I get
It
you.
could be anything. Why do women feel the need to press the add him button? Because you added him.
I'm quite sure they first go see what he looked like, then they add.
Man, whatever the situation is, it ain't never set in my spirit to say do no shit like that.
I know, right?
Mine
If I
either.
see somebody attack they mate, I
I'm
might
just gonna like
the
posts and
because
keep
I
it
told you
moving.
that time that girl had posted her husband and was like, help me tell my husband happy birthday. I was just like, happy birthday.
Right.
That motherfucker hit me up telling you know my husband. Baby, who? No.
You just said
You
sex.
just said
said-
help you celebrate your husband. And I told him happy birthday.
All right.
How we get to do you know my husband?
Right.
The craziest thing about it was I didn't even notice that she had even tagged her husband. The pictures that she had up was just of him and her.
Right.
So I'm just
That's why I don't
Happy
even say
birthday.
happy birthday. I have
So,
to know you to actually
that's what
type out
so
happy
that's
birthday.
that's what I had to learn.
I just put
that
cakes.
that's what I'm like. And when she hit me with the do you know my husband, that
It be
was,
like
I'm
the
like,
stupidity in relationships and with people now. And I
But
was
everybody has an issue in relationships. People try to tell themselves that they don't have an issue, but they do have an issue.
my
Well, one
issue. I
thing
need. I'm
about-
priority.
One
That's my issue.
thing about
I'm
relationships,
needy.
whatever you have, whatever you struggle with,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna come out in a romantic relationship.
Yeah,
Mm.
I'm needy.
So you just not realizing you need it.
No, I've been knowing I'm needy,
Oh,
but that's my issue. I'm needy. Yeah.
and when you say you needy, what you mean? Like needy as in
I need attention.
Except for when you at the club. And
you're a Pisces. What about you have never given that? You've always been that person
What? That I'm needy?
that you need attention.
You said that I just figured this out, and I said no, but I'm saying that's an issue in relationships.
Oh, okay, that they don't give. Okay,
Yeah, that's an
understandable.
issue in relationships that I'm needy. I need.
Yeah, but
I don't. So it's a
how you
different.
needy when I'm at the club and you come in the club?
That's-
you don't speak to me.
That ain't what that was. I need.
What the fuck?
I need like
Break
the-
it down to me like
So the
fractions.
other day I called baby. She was at school. And I said I wanted to go try a new little taco spot. She was like, well, Mom, I'm in the bed. I said, that means what to me? She's like, I'm tired,
That's
Mom.
not the same. We talking about in relationships with
No,
men.
but I'm needy across the board.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm needy, but I'm more so with my kids and my person.
Oh.
So like my daughter, she was like, fine, Mom. I kept on it and she was like, okay, you coming, I'm on my way. And I went and picked her up. We went and had tacos. And then I took her back. I just wanted her to spend time with me.
Understandable. I mean, I get that, but
Yeah, so I'm needy. And I would kind of blame.
Are you an only child?
So that's what I was going to say. I blame my mama and daddy for this.
So you are an only child.
I'm not.
She's her mother and father's
only child.
Oh, okay.
But her mother has another child, and her daddy has another child.
But because I was the only one with them together, they spoiled the shit out of me. More so my daddy than my mama, but she did.
I mean, I consider myself an only child. My sisters wasn't raised with me at all, period.
I was the only child in the house.
But she was the only child in the house.
I was the only child in the house.
So that's
I was the only grandchild until 18.
I wasn't the only
Oh,
grandchild.
really?
Yeah, I remember that.
My uncles and aunties didn't have no children until I turned 18.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So
So I was it. And I was a terror.
I'm the fourth grandchild on my dad's side.
Oh, okay.
I'm the fourth. But yeah, I need attention. So once
you
I
ain't got that to give, keep it
pushing.
pushing.
Yeah.
But you need attention. Then somebody you meet may need more attention. Then what happens then?
That's fine, cause
men
I'm
can
needy.
be needy too.
I'm as long as you giving me my attention, I will show you your attention.
Is Shannon Jackman doing her show today?
She was in the hospital last night.
What?
She's not doing too good today.
Prayers up for Shan, man.
Oh.
I just thought about it because I'm like, oh, we just going.
She don't start at 5:30 anyway.
But she normally be getting around this time.
She's not doing too good today. So we're gonna keep our prayers for Shan.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
All right.
And
Well,
I guess
we got after this one is the Real Atlanta
I know
podcast.
the Real Atlanta podcast. I'll be back to sit on that panel at 8.
How many people he gonna have? You know?
I think he said 3 and 3.
Okay.
It's like 3 women and 3 men. Yeah, so we'll see.
all right. Well, I am logging off my IG account. Thank y'all for watching. My phone is
See you
dying.
guys the next week, man. And don't forget about our weekly lineup. It's super dope, man. On Sundays, we typically have Talk That Shit TV, WestSide MisFits show, Shannon Jackman show, and also the Real Atlanta podcast. And then on Mondays, we have Dosed Up. Then on Tuesdays, it's still wide open. We've just been using that time to get ourselves together.
That's right.
On Wednesdays, we do have MisFits of Comedy. Then on Thursdays, we do have Changing Lives or Mr. Short Dollar. On Friday, the You High Yet podcast is on. And on Saturdays, me and DJ Lab do our thing, man. Well, I'm bartending and he is usually DJing. And then we start it all again Sunday. Y'all tap in with us. However you want to support us, we are there. Google us. Okay?
Right.
Siri. What
Greedy
that
Boy,
other girl
tune in
name?
next Sunday. We'll play the song that Sunday. I haven't had a chance to get to it yet.
Which
I'm
one is
sorry.
that?
Greedy Boy, the country song he got.
Oh yeah, we're gonna put it in rotation.
We
We
got
got
but we definitely will play it live next week.
Absolutely.
Just tune in next week. You didn't give us enough time to get it together today.
Yep. And we appreciate you guys so much and thank you for the love. We'll see y'all later.
Peace.
I can finally tune in with my friends. Talk about good times, music, laughs, and easy vibes. You can share whatever's on your mind. We're just misfits, regardless of your distance. You can always find a place called home on Misfits Radio.
Loud. Turn this one up, my boy.
3 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's radio.
It's 3 o'clock. It's 3 o'clock. From 3 to 5, they going live. On MisFits Radio. Turn it up. That's my favorite show. It's 3 o'clock. It's 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock. From 3 to 5, they going live. On MisFits Radio. Turn it up. That's my favorite show.
From 3 to 5, they going live. MisFits Radio. Every Sunday, yeah, they certified. My favorite show. New guests this week, ain't no surprise what you been praying for. If you trying to take they top spot, you better pray some more. Slick got the camera rolling, lab on the ones and twos. If it's a lot, they going in the dirt and someone come for you. This my favorite podcast, you listen, it's your favorite too. Playing all the hits where they in trouble if they play with you. Artists sing your music in, come and get an interview. Tune in every Sunday, cause you know that's what I'm about to do. 3 to 5, they going live, black owned and black operated. Indie hits the mainstream, if it's hot, they gonna play it. I ain't even gotta say it, watch it back on Roku. Going live on IG or catch the show on YouTube. Tune in every Sunday and catch up on the latest news or close